Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at standards 6.sp.b.4 and standard 6.sp.b.5. We'll be focusing on creating and interpreting line plot graphs. A line plot shows data on a number line with X or other marks to show frequency. Line plots are also called dot plots. So here's an example. This one is taking tallies of the number of tennis matches won. So here, based on our interpretation, this says that 2 people won 0 matches. Okay, here for 2 matches, we have 4. We have 1 on 3, 1 on 4, 4 on 5, and 1 on 6. When constructing a line plot, steps to follow: list numbers in order from least to greatest, number your number line based on your data set, plot the values by placing an X above each number each time it appears, as shown here in this graph. So our first example, which is an IXL question, a game show program recorded the score of its contestants. Use the data in the tally chart to create a line plot. So we're going to use the information in this table and transfer it over to the line plot. So for the number 5, there were a total of 5 contestants. So I'm going to put 5 X's above the number 5. For 6, there were 4. For 7, 3. For 8, 6. For 9, 1. And for 10, 8. Now we can use the line plot to help us figure out our measures of central tendencies, right? So if we added all of these values, so if we added 5 times, 6 4 times, so on and so forth, and then took the average, we would find the mean. If we counted and figured out where our middle position was located, then we'd find the median, and easily we can identify the mode. In this example, the mode would be 10 because we see that 10 was used most often. The elementary school art teacher wrote down how many flower pots each child painted last week. Use the data on the table to complete the line plot below. So similar to the first example, we're going to use the information here, and that will determine the number of X's or dots we'll put above each number. So here we have that 10 children painted no flower pots. So we can put that above 0. Okay, there goes my 10. Now above the number 1, I should have 8. Above 2 is 9. And above 3 is 2. Now, if I asked you how many children painted 2 or more flower pots, then that would be the sum of the frequency on 2 and 3. So that would be 9 plus 2 would be 11. Now, if I said how many painted less than 1 flower pot, so less than 1 would just be 0, so that would be 10. And if I said how many painted between 0 and 2 flower pots, so that would be all of the students on 0, all of the students on 1, and all of the ones on 2. The prices of various storybooks are given in the data set below. Use this information to create a line plot graph. What price book was purchased the most? So here we're going to do step 1. We're going to first go ahead and list the numbers from least to greatest. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So my numbers are now listed from least to greatest. Now I'm going to number my number line. Based on the values I have, I'm going to start with 5, and I'm going to count by 5s until I get to 50. So go ahead and number your number line. So now I'm going to use my X's to represent the frequency. So I have the number 10 4 times. I have 20 twice. I have 30 4 times. I have 35 once, I have 40 twice, 45 once, and then 50 3 times. So let's now go ahead and calculate our mean, our median, and our mode. So the mode is the one that's easiest to identify based on the dot plot. So let's go ahead and see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 on 10. So 10 and 30 would be the mode. Now I have 17 numbers in my data set. So that means the number that is in the 9th position would be my median. So if I were to go ahead and count off, so I have 3 and 4 here. So that's 4, 4 on here as well. And then these two would cancel each other out. So that's 6. And then my 7th here. So that means that the number that is in the 9th position would be in the 30s. So my median is 30, and I can prove that up here as well. So if I were to just cross them off, one on each side. Okay, and this here would be my median. If ever you're given a line plot and it's easier for you to write the numbers out, you can just list them out. So you write the number 10 4 times, then 20 twice, 34 times, 35 once, and then you can figure it out that way. Now to find our mean, we must add all these numbers and divide by the total amount of numbers there are. So the sum of all of these numbers is equal to 510. And there are 17 numbers, so 510 divided by 17 would give me an average of 30. So here you see that my mean and my median are pretty much the same. So those are both reliable means of measuring this data. Thank you for watching and have a great day.